Hola Gemini, this is your ex love interest reading. I did a Lenormand spread for you guys because I feel like they're more specific. Okay, so I did a 4-card spread and then I have the bottom of the deck. And I took some notes because I am still learning this particular deck and it's very specific. So, okay, so your overall is heart. So we know, of course, we're dealing with love, but I'm going to tell you a lot of job stuff popped in here. So I'll mention it. This is most likely what your ex is going through because I asked about their situation. So whatever you hear today, if it doesn't resonate for you, I would apply it for what is going on with your ex. Okay. And I have like a little bit of, looks like there's maybe more than one group in here. Some of you are going to possibly reunite and some of you aren't. And I think if this is the same group, it all depends on if you are willing to seize an opportunity. Some of you, even if you seize the opportunity, it may still not work out. Okay. So we have the fox and clover, clouds, and mice. We have some similar cards to the reading I did today, but it didn't turn out quite as good because we didn't have the scythe or the bouquet. If we did, it probably would have been better. But we do have the heart, the clouds, and the mice, which were ones we had in today's reading. Okay, so starting off, looking at the fox and the mice, I have some kind of a job loss or stress, especially job stress. Okay, we have 9 of wands and then we have 7 of wands. So both of these are very defensive cards. This person has their guards up because they've been hurt before. This is the guy who has the head injury, the bandage on his head. And this is the guy with all the wands coming at him and he's on that hill. He's not very sure. I'm seeing a lot of uncertainty and guardedness around this. You could be dealing with a fire sign just because we have so many wands. Yeah, so I see that may be where a lot of the stress is coming from, just being uncertain. Then I took fox and clover and I put these together, and that tells me there's a possibility of a promotion at work, a luck at work, but also there's a lot of stress. And as you see, we'll get into some other things. There's a possibility of job loss or just a job uncertainty, especially with a fox and clouds, but they weren't next to each other, so that's a little bit more in the background. That's not as prominent. But I'm seeing somebody as a gambler. They could be taking a gamble in love. I'm also seeing an opportunity coming up, but luck with this opportunity is fleeting. So it's a gamble. You have to take a gamble because there's not much time. Next I did fox and clouds, which again, they're not next to each other, but I did pull it just in case it has some resonance. And I see uncertainty, especially around jobs, but just in general, because clouds do obscure things and the fox is a fox. You know, he's sly, he's cunning. And then I'm also having somebody who's dishonest and scheming, misrepresenting something and lying. So again, I see luck is fleeting. Something may seem lucky and then all of a sudden it's not anymore. Or somebody took a gamble and somebody misrepresented. I kind of get like a Ponzi scheme kind of idea here. Okay, Gemini. And then lastly, I did, I already did fox and mice. Okay. Then I went on to the clover. Okay, and I went to clover and clouds because they are next to each other. And these are ones I would normally put together. And it says luck is uncertain. Somebody's procrastinating, somebody's lazy, and it ends up in disappointment. So again, I think here, if you have an opportunity, just seize it. Because if you don't, you're always going to wonder what if, even if it still leads to disappointment. So you could be disappointed if you don't take the gamble, and you could be disappointed if you do. So why not take the opportunity, right? And then you can just chide yourself later if it turned out to be exactly what you expected. Okay, after that I did the clover and the mice, just to see. It says lost luck and losing due to gambling. Okay, so I could see somebody actually gambling and then they keep going and going and going and they lose their money. It's like they don't know when to stop. So I'm seeing here to take an opportunity, but when you see it's bad, then back off. If it's not bad, then good. Then, I just see lots of uncertainty here. So I feel like the need to be guarded is good, but also it's okay to take a chance. Then I did clouds and mice, because those are near each other. I got having doubts, but things will improve. Okay, so some more good news there, as opposed to bad news. And what I like about the clover card is it says, flowers surrounded in clover leaf mean happiness surmounted over grief. So we still have things will improve, and eventually you'll be happy, more so than you are grieved. And it says bits of luck and fortune await. You have the potential to make life great. So notice it says you have the potential, not this ex-partner has the potential. It's you. Whatever you do is what you make of it. Okay. So we did have doubting something, but things will improve soon. Okay, then I did heart next to all these cards, just combining them because it is an overall. When you have the heart and the fox, I have emotional dishonesty or a dishonest relationship. Okay. And I also see somebody's very passionate about their job, especially if they've had a promotion recently, or their job was uncertain. Maybe somebody was caught stealing. I can see a dishonest employee. And then you have lies and scheming. So again, that could be with love. It could also be with a job. So just be careful that somebody's not going to misrepresent themselves is what I get. Because I have emotional dishonesty and then a dishonest relationship. Now when I do the heart and the clover, we have luck and love. So again, there's this lucky opportunity that presents itself. And it's like, act fast because the luck is fleeting. And then when I do the hearts and the clouds, I get some of the reading that we had this morning, which was being uncertain in love. I also, again, have dishonesty in love, which we did not have in the reading. But then I also have, sorry, my nose is itching. I do have being lovesick and pining after somebody. All right, and lastly, we have heart and mice, which talks about heartache and a love that makes you worried all the time, like you're not certain, and then loss of love. Okay, so I feel like somebody's always worried they're going to lose this person, and with all this defensive energy and uncertainty, I feel like you'd be walking on eggshells with somebody, and they're doing nothing but being dishonest. And I also feel like you would be emotionally dishonest towards yourself if you were to stay in a relationship that you know is just not for your best interest. So yes, I can see an opportunity coming, but do you really want that? Okay. As far as timing, what I asked was the first card be the timing. And the first card says when you least expect it. So again, there's this fleeting opportunity. It's just coming. You didn't expect it and you got to take it or not. Either way, you could end up disappointed. So why not take the chance? But the first moment you see dishonesty, out the door, okay? But I'm going to do timing for all of them. If you have the fox, again, that was the first card. It's 3 to 4. I mean, it's least expected. Then when you have clover, it's 3 to 4 days. So that can be quick, least expected. Then with the heart, of course, we have Valentine's Day. And that was in this morning's reading. With clouds, it means March. And then with mice, it could be August. Okay, so some of you who are ending up in August, if you don't see dishonesty until August, that may very much lead to a disappointment because it's a long time to be in a bad relationship where somebody's scheming and misrepresenting themselves. And then March is even a long time, but I would say for sure by February something would come up, but if not, it's just going to come up when you least expect it. All right, good luck, Gemini.